Well, good morning. It's Victor Robert Farrell here. Welcome to the Fellowship of the Book. This is our first Facebook Live. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, by the way, so bear with me. So here we are then, June the 6th, reading 158 of 366. This is the morning reading from 2 Kings chapter 17. Signpost word, new Antiochs. I'll have a quick chat about that in a minute. So my highlight verse is from 2 Kings 17, verse 17 to 23. It reads like this. And they caused their sons and daughters to pass through the fire, practiced witchcraft and soothsaying, and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel and removed them from his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah alone. Also Judah did not keep the commandments of the Lord their God, but walked in the statutes of Israel, which they made. And the Lord rejected all the descendants of Israel, afflicted them, delivered them into the hand of the plunderers, until he'd cast them from his sight. For he tore Israel from the house of David, and they made Jeroboam the son of Nebat king. Then Jeroboam drove Israel from following the Lord, and made them commit a great sin. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam which he did. They didn't depart from them until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he said by all of his servants the prophets. So Israel was carried away from their own land to Assyria, as it is to this day. So there's that terrible reading about the destruction of the 12 tribes of Israel. Some observations then. Very briefly, it looked as though the mixed worship of God's people in that land was now replaced with the mixed worship of a mixed multitude. And so is Britain and America today. Let me just repeat that little observation one more time. The mixed worship of God's people in the land was now replaced with the mixed worship of a mixed multitude. And so is Britain and America today. Call to action. There are no new Genevas. Do you know, in this country, when there was real problems in Britain, the pure people of heart, the Puritans, fled first of all to the continent, to Holland, to Switzerland, and they founded, essentially, they turned existing cities into Protestant enclaves, strongholds from which the gospel went out. Certainly Calvin's Geneva was a stronghold from which the gospel went out. Now, whatever you think of John Calvin, let me tell you, he and the church there were a great missionary sending church. He records in one instance, he says, people come to my door saying, Mr. Calvin, please send me as a missionary. He says, if I send you as a missionary, you'll be killed. And they said, send me. And so he did. So it was a great missionary sending city as well, despite all of its problems. The difficulties that we've got in this country is, in fact, in the Western world, there are no new Genevas for us to flee to. There are no New Englands for the pure to go to and start again. So I think we need to create some new Antiochs. That's right. Some new centres of Christian activity where the gospel goes out from. Some new strongholds of God from which the gospel can proceed. And it's my job to get those started. It's your job to get those started. If we don't, we shall be totally overrun and destroyed from the earth. Oh, I know. God always has his remnant, but let us not use that as an excuse for our current inactivity. Well, that's some thoughts for this morning from the Fellowship of the Book, pulled out of those that Old Testament chapter, 2 Kings chapter 17. I'm talking about New Antiochs. How about that for a segue? Night Whispers, the next quarter, is out and available, and it just so happens to be entitled New Antiochs. This is Volume 2, Quarter 3 for your July, August, September. That's right, July, August, September readings there. And we've got around about, 250 pages here, so this should be quite provocative for you all. Those of you that are already signed up for Night Whispers should be receiving this in your mail in the next 2 weeks. If you're not signed up for Night Whispers, or if you want to get a copy of this, then please go to theologyshop.com. That's theologyshop.com. Okay, God bless you everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.